All right, so today we're basically becoming code breakers. Our mission, we're going to demystify what it takes to learn a whole new writing system. And to do it, we're going to use this simple Japanese worksheet. But we're going to treat it like our secret codebook, showing us the hidden logic behind these really cool characters. I mean, that's a huge question, isn't it? It can feel totally overwhelming, like trying to climb a giant, smooth wall. But what if I told you there's a system, a clear, step by step method that's designed to take you from seeing what looks like random squiggles to reading actual words? Well, that's exactly what we're about to uncover. Let's get started. So, our first mission is going to be this one specific family of characters, the Ta line. These five symbols are our target. We've got Ta, Chi, Tu, Te, and To. Let's start cracking them one by one. Okay, here's our first piece of the code. This character right here. It's pronounced ta. Now, at first glance, it might look a little complicated, sure, but just like any good code, it's actually built from a few simple, repeatable parts. And here it is, the first secret of the code revealed. This isn't one big, complex drawing. It's just a sequence of four separate strokes. You've got a short horizontal line, then a long vertical one that crosses it, then this little tick over here, and finally this sweeping curve at the bottom. See, it's more like a blueprint than a drawing. It shows you there's a logic to the whole system. Let's keep going and see how this works with our next character. This one is Chi, pronounced Chi. Yeah, it kind of looks like a number 5 that's leaning over, but again, the way it's built is beautifully simple. And there you have it, just two easy steps. One horizontal stroke, and then one long curved stroke that goes down and hooks at the end. Once you see it broken down like this, you can't really unsee it, can you? It makes it way less intimidating. So the rest of the characters in our mission here follow that exact same idea. The character Tsu is just one single sweeping motion, and Te is also one fluid stroke, and To, that's just two simple little parts. Each one is a small, easy to learn pattern. But just seeing the shapes is step one. The next part is where the real learning kicks in. Okay, this is a crucial bit of intel. I got a little peek behind the curtain at the teacher's guide for this worksheet, the answer key to our codebook, and it reveals the method behind the madness. It says the whole point of the next exercises isn't just slow, careful recognition. No, the goal is rapid recall. The system is specifically built to train your brain to see these shapes and know what they are instantly. So let's give it a shot. This is pulled right from the worksheet. Is this character here a ta or a to? Take a quick look. Lock in your answer. Yup, if you said ta, you got it. That's that four-stroke character we just decoded. This kind of rapid-fire drill is exactly how you build those mental shortcuts. Okay, let's do one more. How about this one? Is this chi or si? Think about the shape, that two-stroke construction we just broke down. That's chi. See, you're getting the hang of this. And it's not just about memorizing, it's about active pattern recognition. You're training your brain to see the code, and fast. Okay, so we can now recognize individual symbols. That's a huge step, but that's just the first layer of code. The real magic happens when these shapes start combining, when they start talking to each other. Let's see how these characters become actual words. And this is the payoff. This is so cool. Look at this. The ta we learn, it combines with ko to make taco, which means octopus. Or our tsu joins up with ko and a to become tsukue, which is a desk. All of a sudden, these symbols we decoded are forming real, meaningful ideas. This is the moment the code truly comes to life. All right, now we're getting to the advanced level of code breaking. It's one thing to recognize a character when it's all by itself, but the real test is spotting the tiny, subtle differences when they're side by side. This part of the process is all about training your eyes and, just as importantly, your ears. This is a perfect example of what's called a minimal pair. On the left, you've got tsuki, tsuki. That means moon. On the right, you have suki, suki, which means light. Visually, the difference is super subtle. Just that first character is different. But the meaning is totally different. Your brain has to be sharp enough to catch that tiny little distinction. And here's another little secret from the teacher's guide. For this specific exercise, the teacher is actually told to say the word tsuki, tsuki, out loud twice. So the goal isn't just for you to see the difference, but to hear it. It's explicitly designed to train your ear to tell the difference between that sharp tsu sound and the softer su sound. It's like a full sensory workout. We've got one last piece of the code left to crack. And this one isn't about the shape of the characters, it's about rhythm. The timing in Japanese is built on this idea called the mora, which is kind of like a beat in music. And generally, each hiragana character gets one beat. So take this word for example, to. Now, it's spelled with two characters, to and u. In English, we'd probably just mush that into one sound like to, but that's not how this code works. It actually has two beats, two mora, ta, u. The teacher's guide literally suggests clapping it out, ta, u, one clap for each character. This rhythm, it's a fundamental part of the language's code that often gets missed. So there you have it. We've basically decoded the whole system. The characters are just built from simple strokes. Quick fire repetition builds that rapid recall. Those simple shapes combine to make real words. Those tiny differences in shape and sound, they matter a lot. And finally, the sound has its own distinct rhythm. This isn't just a worksheet, it's a complete toolkit for learning. Think about what we just did. We took one simple worksheet, and we didn't just learn a few characters. We reverse engineered the entire teaching system behind a new language. It just goes to show you that something that seems impossibly complex is often just a series of simple, logical steps. So the only question left is, now that you've seen how this system works, what other codes are you ready to crack?
Please follow us to learn better Japanese.